SIP.
The transition from a school to college can feel like stepping into entirely new world. New faces, new system, new expectation. And that's exactly where SIP steps in.
It acts like a bridge designed for our FY students to adapt smoothly into the college life by introducing them to its academic, social, and cultural environment.
Before we begin, it's our privilege to have dignitaries who are gracing this session.
We extend our heartful welcome to our faculty coordinators, Anamika ma'am from English department, Firdaus ma'am from History department, and Rukaya ma'am from Biotech department. Also, we welcome our esteemed speaker.
A very warm welcome to you all. Now I would like to call Anamika ma'am to reiterate reflective questions for SIP journal.
I'm not going to take much longer, but students, this is to remind you that it is very important for you to maintain an SIP journal, okay? Because this is going to be a reflective journey, okay? This is the format for your reflective journal that you have to maintain. It's an online journal that you will maintain because you have to submit this to us by the end of this journey of 6 sessions that we have with you, okay? It is on the basis of this submission that you will get a certificate of completion, okay? So make sure that you create this document and you start reflecting your observations on it based on the reflective questions that we give you for each session, okay? So this is the question from session 1, if you remember. That was an introductory session where a bunch of your seniors and alumni came and spoke to you about their college experiences. Yeah, so this was the question where you were supposed to reflect on a TV series or a film that gave you an understanding of what college life is all about. And you can reflect on how you think your college life is very different now, or is it the same, okay? So that's the question from session 1. For today, we have this question for you. What are the different ways in which you practice self-love? Okay, there was some discussion on self-love that your seniors had spoken about, that it's very important to have some me time, spend some time with yourself. And today we are going to really explore this topic in great detail with our esteemed speaker Gauri ma'am, who is here, who will take you through the entire journey. So I'm sure that today also you will get a lot of inputs and a lot of food for thought that you will be able to add to this reflection. But it's just very important for you to have a few questions, have a few guiding questions somewhere at the back of your mind so that you can make some sense of the journey that we are on together. Okay, so this is just a reminder from my side, and I hand it back to the hosts. Yeah, God.
Thank you, ma'am.
You know, Gaurav, we have known each other for quite some time now. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about me? Be honest, huh? No filters.
Well, Jeel, you are energetic, dependable, and low-key dramatic sometimes, but that's in a good way.
Okay, fair enough. Now it's your turn. What do you think about yourself?
That's a tough one. Never thought about that.
Exactly. Isn't it strange how easily we can describe others, but when it comes to ourselves, we hesitate?
Today, we move beyond just orientation. We dive into something deeper, something that shapes how we think, how we behave, and even how we dream.
Yes, today's session revolves around something very personal, something very powerful, something we often overlook, a rather intriguing psychological concept, the self.
Let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, who am I really? Is it the name I have been given, the face in the mirror, or the voices in my head?
Am I the person I am when I'm alone, or the version I become around others? Is my self made by my choices or by the expectations people have of me?
What if the me I know is actually made up of what others think about me? And if that's the case, what would I be without those noises?
Am I my past, my pain, my dreams? Or is there something constant beneath all the layers? But here's the paradox we all live with. We are in the age where self-love is considered the bare minimum. But yet, if someone asks us a very simple question, tell me something about yourself, we hesitate, we pause and we search.
Do you all know why does this happen? Because often we are so busy understanding the world around us, we forget to understand the world within us. And that's exactly why today's session is so important. It's the opportunity to brought us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our inner voices.
The more we try to define ourselves, the more elusive it seems. And yet, it is the foundation of everything we do, we feel, and we think.
And now, to help us make sense of this complex yet beautiful idea, let's get some clarity on the concept of self. But before that, before we welcome our esteemed speaker, I would like to invite Rukaya ma'am to kindly introduce us to Madam Gauri Hardikar.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all of you. So, we have a speaker for the day, Dr. Gauri Hardikar. She is Senior Vice President of the World Curriculum Comparative Education Society, USA. She is the Executive Director of Indian Ocean Comparative Education Society, an international society working in the area of research in comparative education. She is the co-editor of World Council of Comparative Education Societies Chronicle, Geneva, Switzerland. She is the Vice President of Indian Association of Life Skills Education. Dr. Gauri has been actively pursuing her passion for life skills and impactful teacher education. She has been facilitating life skills sessions for more than a decade and is invited at prestigious institutes to conceptualize and lead life skills training program across India. Ma'am has served as a course development consultant and facilitator for life skills education programs in context of NEP. She is also a resource person for the Maharashtra State Faculty Development Academy, MSFDA. She has authored several articles, edited volumes, and co-authored publications and books on life skills. And I think the CV just goes on and on. But we welcome Dr. Gauri, and I think we should hand over and hear from her. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming.
Thank you, ma'am, for that insightful introduction.
We now invite Gauri ma'am.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So I'm Gauri Hardikar. I've just been given a very, very nice introduction. Thank you, Rukaya ma'am. And she said that I conduct a lot of life skills session. Mostly my work is in faculty training, okay? But the sessions that I enjoy the most are the ones that I do with young people. Would you like to know why? Because when I do sessions with faculty, they think just like me, right? But when I do sessions with young people like you, I get to know a perspective which is very different from the one that I hold. And I'm going to be moving. Okay. So I get to know a perspective which is very different from the one that I hold, and that helps me learn. Yeah. So are you willing to share your perspective with me today? In the next some time that we are together, yeah. So the next 1.5 hours, as I have envisioned it, I would like to make it an interactive space. It's not a talk, okay? An interactive space where we are all willing to suspend judgment for some time. Is it okay for us to suspend judgment for some time? Yes? And just try to see what we can experience in this space and how we can experience ourselves. Okay? That is the objective of this session today. Yeah? So let's go to the next slide, please. So when I was your age, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. Google also came much later. Yeah. Now, after these social media apps have entered our life moves around likes, isn't it? I had my 6-year-old niece visiting me. She said, "Let's take a picture." And then in 5 minutes, she asked me, "Did you post it online?" And I said, "No, I haven't." "Then what's the use of taking a picture?" she says. Right? So, I mean, they have become, this posting online has become a part of our life, your life and my life. Yeah? So, let us look at these questions that I have in my mind. Like me, is there anyone here who has taken multiple selfies, okay, but still not liked it enough to go online? Anyone here like that? Raise your hands. Oh, lot of people. Lot of people here. Yeah? So the selfie did not meet the mark, right? Yeah, in spite of all the filters that we used, all the angles that we changed, but something did not clearly work. Okay? What about the second one? Have you done something like this? You posted a story, okay? You checked who's viewed it. Yeah? Maybe like me, you were looking for a person or 2-3 people to see whether have they seen my story, and if the people that we wanted are not looking at our story, because inside us it was meant for them, right? Though it was in a public space, we deleted. How many have done that? Anyone? You have to stand up and sit down. Let me see. How many of you have done that, and how many of you are bold enough to do that? Stand up and sit down. Are you too lazy to stand up? I can see many people. Great. Yes, thank you so much, guys. So these are things that have again become a part of our life. And when we look at these two very simple things that we do without thinking, what are we really doing here? We take a selfie, we feel no, it's not good enough, we don't post it. We post something and we wait, and then we feel no, it's not good enough, and we remove it. What are we doing here? We often tell other people not to judge us, right? But what we are doing in these two actions is
Judging ourselves.
we are, yes, somebody said that here. We are just judging ourselves, right? Okay? And that, I think, is the worst kind of judgment, the most hurtful one. Yeah? So, in this session, let us discover what are the ways in which we can first and foremost suspend this judgment of ourselves, so that we give ourselves the freedom to be all that we can be. Okay? And that is the purpose of this session. That is the basis of self-love. When we love somebody, what do? We accept that person the way they are. Isn't it? Think of the person you love the most. What do? Is that person only good? Does that person not have any flaws? Everything is there. All human beings have positives and negatives, but the person we love is the person we accept completely. And it's high time we did the same for ourselves. Right? Okay? So let's delve a little bit deeper into that. Next slide, please. So, food for thought here. Okay?
What if love was never about love? It was about being witness. It was about being witness.
What if today's session is on self-love, right? So what if love was never about love? It was about being witnessed. So there's an account that I follow on Insta, CB Meditates, and I like his posts very much. So I've just tried to put a post down for you. Are you able to read it? The earlier slide. Okay, I'll just read it out for you from this maybe. Yeah, can you read it now? Why do we want companionship? Is it love? Is it security? Or is it something deeper? What about companionship isn't about love? It is about being witnessed. Okay? Yeah, we go to the next one. We crave someone to witness our joy, We crave someone to witness our pain, our longings, our growth, our evolution, right? We also crave someone to witness our sensuality, very important part of our lives, our playfulness. So when we say we want love, do we really just want to be seen by another? Okay, next one, this side. And society knows this, right? After a particular age, you will have your family, your relatives pressurizing you to be in a stable relationship, and you will tell them, I'm not ready yet. Yeah? Why do they do that? Because they know that everyone needs someone who makes them feel seen. Okay? But when we try all this, there is a very important question that we are forgetting to ask. Before we yearn to be seen by someone else, can we see ourselves? Can we really be witnesses to our own journey? Are we ready to do that? Next slide. If you don't witness yourself, what will we do? We will always keep longing for somebody else to do it for us. Okay? We will chase people because we want their validation, because we are not able to validate ourselves. Our success will be success only when somebody else appreciates it, not when we feel the joy of being successful from inside. Yeah? We will chase not for love but for visibility, just so that we are seen. And isn't social media about that? Visibility, showing people the best moments or the best curated moments of our lives. Okay? So we will always keep on craving that somebody else validates our existence. And does it happen all the time? Do people really have the time to validate somebody else's existence? No. Okay? And when that does not happen, we become despondent, we feel low, yeah, and we feel less worthy in ourselves. Next slide. But what happens is our energy attracts our experience. Okay? So today, if I would come here and I would be like, good morning everyone, how are you feeling today? What would happen to all of you? You would reflect my energy, right? Yeah? But if I am energetic, you are also going to reflect that energetic being that I am here. So if we want other people to love us, where should we start? We have to start with us loving ourselves. There is no other way, okay, than starting with self-love. Next slide, please. No, we'll go to the next slide. This is about Tantra, basically saying that we have to witness ourselves first, okay? Before anybody else witnesses us, yeah? Which is why we must start with self-love. Next slide, please. Okay? So if we have to witness ourselves, we have to know ourselves, right? Now till now, maybe you have not had so many chances to introduce yourselves in a formal or informal setting. Maybe somebody else did it for you, right? Your parents would introduce yourself, or maybe somebody else would do it. But now as you go on, you're stepping into adulthood. You're actually on the brink. As you go on, there will be more and more instances where you will have to introduce yourself to people. Okay? I remember that moment when I think I was 19 or maybe 20. Till that time, if I had to introduce myself, I would say I'm XYZ's daughter. I would say I'm Dr. Abhyankar's daughter. She's my mother. Okay? When I was 19 and a half, I suddenly realized, why am I saying that? Yes, I am Dr. Abhyankar's daughter, but I am a person myself. Yeah? So I need to say I am Gauri. That is the first thing that I want to say. before I say I'm Dr. Abhankar's daughter, right? So the way we introduce ourselves defines the way we think of ourselves in our head. Yeah? I want you now to do a quick exercise. Are you carrying something to write? Yes, right now you don't need it, I'm just checking. So what you need to do is, you need to think in your mind, if you had to introduce yourself in just 3 sentences, what would you say? You're meeting somebody new who doesn't know you. You have to introduce yourself in just 3 sentences. What is it that you're going to say? Hi. Hi would be before those 3 sentences, okay? So you can have hi plus 3 sentences. What would those 3 sentences be? Just think to yourself for a bit. Take a second to reflect. And if you want, you can share it with the person next to you. A pair share. You can share it with the person sitting next to you. Who would like to share it with all of us? Your 3 sentences? A brave volunteer? Do you want to?
Hello everyone, I am Raj. I am from Punjab and I am working on myself. I don't drink or vape or I don't use any kind of social media. I am always looking for like-minded people. Thank you.
Please clap for Raj from Punjab. And he's told a very, very important thing about himself, right? Which you think is very important. That he doesn't use social media, he doesn't vape, yeah, and he's looking for like-minded people who don't do that. Now Raj's introduction is very interesting because it started with who he is, yeah, and it ended with what he's looking for, and it had a hook which can help you connect with it. I'm looking for like-minded people. Okay, so his introduction actually included himself and other people as well. Yeah, thank you, Raj. One more person, please. Anybody?
Hello everyone, I am Hiteshri and I'm a violinist, and every day I'm just looking forward to improve myself mentally, physically, emotionally, etc. Thank you.
Round of applause, Hiteshri, a violinist and constantly working on herself, constantly trying to improve herself. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Hiteshri. So for Hiteshri, being a violinist is an important part of her identity, right? And also that she is working to improve herself. That is also an important part of her identity. Now, when I told you to introduce yourself in 3 sentences, like Hiteshri and Raj, I'm sure you had 3 things in mind, which are the most important part of your identity. Right? Do you agree with me? Yes? So those things are the things that you think define you. Not only that, these are the things that you want to share with a group of people whom you don't know. Yeah? So keep these 3 things in mind because they are a very important part of you. Right? Can we go to the next slide, please? Now these 3 things which you had in mind, okay, they are probably things that you want to share with others, okay, but there are also certain things, and these are probably the things that you like about yourself. He said so confidently, I don't vape, I don't use any intoxicating substance, you say that, okay, and I'm not on social media. These are things that I like about myself, he likes about himself, but there are certain things that we don't like. Yeah, okay, so just think about it. What are certain things that you don't like about being you? I think, is there a slide before this? Before we go there, we have to think about what are the things that we like about ourselves. Yeah, so what comes to your mind? Is there somebody up also? No, no? Okay. What comes to your mind? Quick. The first thing that comes to your mind, maybe somebody from there, What comes to your mind when I ask you what is it that you like about being you? Hey, come on. Yes, somebody has a hand up there.
I don't have social anxiety.
Sorry, we're not able to hear
I
you.
don't have social anxiety.
You don't have social anxiety. Wonderful. Thank you so much. May I know your name? Samruddhi.
Samruddhi Mundara.
Samruddhi. Thank you so much, Samruddhi. Samruddhi likes it that she does not have social anxiety. One more person, please. One thing that you like about yourself. Your creativity. Wonderful. What's your name? Ihita. Okay. She likes her creativity. Is there anyone here who does not have at least two things in mind that you like about yourself? Raise your hand. Anyone here who does not have minimum two things? Wonderful. So all of you have two things at least. How many of you have 5 things that you like about yourself? Raise your hands. 5 things that you like about yourself. I might ask you what they are. Okay? 5 things that you like about yourself. Raj has. You have. Anybody else? No? Okay. Take the time to think. I'm sure you have 5 things that you like about being you. And if you can't think, take your friends' help. They will tell you what they like about you. But we need at least 5 things. Okay. Can we have somebody from this row share? 5 things that you like about being you? This row, this row. I think it's not there in your phone. Okay? Anyone from this row, please? 2 things? Can you share 2 things? Anyone? I'm not pointing out to a person. 2 things that you like about yourself.
Optimistic and
Okay.
hardworking.
Optimistic and hardworking. Wonderful. One more thing?
Creativity.
Creative. One more? Just think. There would be something.
Helpful.
Helpful. And the last one.
Loving.
Loving. Wonderful. A round of applause for her, please. So did you just see what happened there? When we started, our host said, I really loved the script that both of you had. When they said, we know what is good in the other person, but we rarely think of what is it in ourselves that we like. So she said 2 things. Then she said the third one. 4th one, and the friend told her you're helpful. Okay? So the friends know what we don't know about ourselves. It's a good idea to take feedback, my dear friends. Okay? Whoever is close to you, once in 15 days, it's a good idea to ask them, what is it in me that you like? What do you appreciate about me? It's a good question to ask. Okay? But remember always to ask people you trust. And remember always to ask people who give you good vibes. Okay? Just remember that. Next question. So what do we like about ourselves? About being us? And what do we don't like about being us? There are things, aren't there? What we don't like. So I remember always, especially when I was much younger, I have a very high power in my eyes. Okay? And initially I used to wear thick glasses. And I hated it. I hated that part about myself. About having to wear thick glasses. And then after that, contact lenses. But the fact that I don't have a perfect eyesight, I hated it. So what is it within us? I'm not going to ask you, but just take some time to reflect. What is it inside us that we don't like about ourselves? Did you say something? If anybody wants to share, you're free to share. It's up to you if you want to share. There's a hand somewhere? Yeah. Can we give her the mic, please?
One thing I don't like about myself is sometimes I overwork and overexert myself and then I fall sick. So I have to physically force myself to take time off.
Right. Okay, so overworking. That's something that you want to work on, right? Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Anyone else? Overthinking. Okay, how many of you don't like the fact that you might be overthinking? Can we just see? Oh, a lot of you. Lot of you. Okay, so we will talk a little bit about overthinking, okay? But let me tell you an anecdote. So I was doing a workshop with my mentor, the president of our association. So we were doing a workshop together, and this was a workshop for senior college faculty. And a question came up where a person asked, how do I stop overthinking? Okay? And you know what sir said to that person? He said, what is the meaning of overthinking? Then that person said, when you think so much about the things that you don't need to think so much about. Okay? Then sir said, if you don't need to think so much about it, then why are you thinking? Makes sense, no? But it's not as easy, is it? It's not as easy. So we'll talk a little bit about it when we have time. Okay, so overthinking is something that we might not like about ourselves. Next slide, please. Now, this is a very interesting post that I read. This is a post where 9-year-old boys were asked what is it that they don't like about being boys. Okay? What is it that you don't like about being boys? The first thing is that I cannot become a mother. That is what this 9-year-old child has written. Okay? Then there is not supposed to cry. Okay? Not supposed to cry. Then not, I am also not able to.
Not allowed to be a cheerleader. Supposed to do all the work. Supposed to like violence.
Supposed to like violence. Isn't it interesting? How many boys here? How many boys here feel that as a boy, people expect you to either like violence or be violent? You can just raise your hands if you feel that. Not many, okay, that's a very good sign. Right? Because as a boy, see, violence, liking for violence does not depend on gender. I have seen many girls bash people up. It's not gender related at all, right?
Supposed to play football.
Or any kind of very active kind of a sport, no? Boys cannot like indoor games. They have to like active outdoor games.
Boys smell bad. Having an automatic bad reputation.
Having an automatic bad reputation. You see, these boys are just 9 years old, okay? The things that they have integrated about their own identity, okay? These are all their perceptions in their mind, right? We are all smiling and laughing at this. Do we also have perceptions like this in our mind because of our gender? Because of from where we come, because of the way we speak, because of the way we look? Do we have these kind of perceptions? Okay, so we are going to slowly uncover whether that is the case. Next slide, please. So this is a quote that I like very much. Once we are born, we are given an identity. Do you agree with this? A name, a religion, a nationality, and we spend our entire life defending that identity. Okay? So if I'm born in India, I must hate Pakistani people. There are no two ways about it. Right? Whether I like the singer or I like the actor does not matter. I have to hate him because they are Pakistani and I am an Indian. Okay? So these are actually sort of structures which are imposed on us since our birth, and many times we don't even question them. Right? We just go along, they become a part of our subconscious, and that is very dangerous. Okay? Because these are all fictional, whether it is our name, whether when I say fictional, what do I mean? There is no real basis for it. It is social, it comes from the society. Our religion, our name, our community, everything. Huh? We get a choice, we can choose whether we want it to be this way or we don't want it to be. But to be able to make an informed choice, we need to spend that much time on ourselves. Yeah? Next slide, please. So now we are going to play a quick game. Are you ready for a game? Yeah? I need some volunteers here. 3 volunteers, please. Come. Before I said volunteers, they were ready. Come. One more person. One more volunteer. Yeah. So now, so what we are going to do is, we have some chits here, okay, with some things written on it. Yeah, just remove one tray. This is a tray which is called given. That is given to us. Something which is given to us. One more tray, please. And this is the tray which is called chosen. So in our identities, there are some things which are given to us. There are some things that we choose. Okay. So let us see. We will play it one by one. Okay. So you can start with her. Just pick up one chit. Yeah, you have to decide.
This is given and
This is given, this is chosen. This given allowed for
bios you write. Like the bios, Instagram bios and
Yes,
others.
yes.
Okay. This is
Is it
chosen.
given or chosen?
Chosen.
This is chosen.
Chosen.
Okay. Next person. Do you all of you think it is so? The bios that we write, are they chosen by us?
Yes. Family.
Family.
Given.
Given or chosen? Given, obviously. Yeah. I remember once my younger sister told me, thank God I get to choose my friends at least.
Language.
Language? Given to
Given.
us. Okay. What do you all think? Language, given or chosen? We can choose to learn different languages. Mother tongue is given to us. Okay, but if we want, you think we can, if we want, we can choose to learn different languages. But mother tongue is definitely given to us, yes.
Causes you care about.
Causes we care about.
Chosen.
Please. Causes we care about. What are the causes that you care about? I'm very curious to know. Raj, what is a cause that you care about?
Like most of the time we take stress about small things. Like smallest things, like I didn't wake up today, or that work is left out, I need to do it right now. These type of things.
So that is something that you would like to deal with.
Yes.
Great, thank you. Any causes that you all choose to care about? Like environment, stray animals, family issues. You care about family issues. Okay, we can talk social image. Okay, social image, family issues. Any causes that you care about? The ozone layer is depleting. We care about that. So environment, glaciers are melting. Temperature is rising all over the world. Okay, so environment basically. Okay, and all these are chosen. Raj says they are chosen. Do you agree that we choose these things that we care about, right? Okay, next one please. We can start from that side also.
Religion. Given.
Religion is given to us. Okay, next.
I'm still confused.
Okay. Okay, what is it?
Hobbies.
Hobbies. Okay. Why are you confused? What is the confusion?
Given or chosen.
Given or chosen? I want you all to clap for him. Because it's an excellent question. Even to think whether my hobby is given to me or whether it is chosen by me. What do you think? You want their help?
No.
You want to call a hotline or something? Call a friend?
I think it's chosen.
It's chosen by you. Your hobbies?
Yeah.
Great. But there might be some hobbies which might be given to us, no? Like my mom made me learn harmonium for a very long time. I just hated it. I hated it from the very bottom of my heart. But she wanted me to learn. Okay? Like that, sometimes we might have family wanting us to choose certain hobbies or develop certain parts of ourselves. That is also there. Yeah.
Filters you choose. Chosen.
Chosen. Okay. Next.
Body traits. I think they are given.
Given traits, yes. Body traits. We will discuss each one of this, okay? What is that?
Socio-economical background.
Is it given or chosen?
Given.
Region.
Region.
Yeah.
From where you come. Is it given or chosen?
Given.
Given.
Name. It's
Name.
given.
It's given to us. How many of you wish you could change your name? My goodness. Okay. Interesting. Chalo, next. Yeah.
Early schooling, it is obviously given.
Early schooling, it is given. College? Chosen.
Gender assigned at birth. It is given, of course.
Gender assigned at birth is given. Okay? But later on, we can make our own choice. Now we know that. We didn't know that many years earlier.
Subject you fall in love with. Chosen.
Not the person, This is subject. The subjects that you fall in love with, it is chosen, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Style to clothes. It's chosen.
Chosen. The way you want to project yourself, the style, your style, okay?
Spiritual path. I think sometimes it is given. But if we go deeper, the spiritual path is actually chosen by ourselves.
Chosen by ourselves. So which one would you want to put it in?
Chosen.
Given or chosen? Chosen. Okay, great.
Values you commit to. Chosen.
Chosen. Please clap for them, guys. Okay. Values are chosen.
Hairstyle.
Hairstyle? Given or chosen? During school days it is given by the dictates of the school, the rules of the school. Afterwards, it's chosen. Yeah.
What you post. Chosen.
What you post online, it is chosen by us. It is our choice, isn't it?
What do you exaggerate? It is definitely given.
What we exaggerate?
Yes.
Or do we choose what we exaggerate?
I think it is given.
Okay. Put it in given. what we choose to, what we exaggerate. Okay, so for example, what is an example of exaggeration? Suppose I teach life skills, right? I really teach life skills, but I can exaggerate and tell you a lot about it, build a big story about it, whether it is given or chosen. Next.
Friends.
Friends?
Chosen.
Chosen. Definitely, no? Okay. Next.
Caste or community.
Caste and community?
This is a given, but we
It's a
can.
given. We can change it if we want. Community, we can definitely change if we want. Okay? Done? All done? Yeah. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. You can go back. Okay? Now, what was the purpose of this exercise? The purpose of this exercise was to explore the different factors that make up our identity. Okay? Many times we feel that our identity just comes from our name, the community that we belong to, etc. That it is given to us. हाँ? मैं इस फैमिली से हूँ तो मैं ऐसे ही रहूँगी. ऐसे लगता है ना? Okay? But if we see these two trays, and I'm going to count the number of chits in each tray. Okay? Let's do that. So this is the tray of given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11. 11 chits, 11 components of our personality which are given to us. In that we had things like name, religion, because we are born into it, mother tongue, the language that we actually use to communicate. Okay, so things like that are given to us. Any other things you think which are given to us, which are a part of our identity?
Values instilled by our parents.
Values instilled by our parents. Okay, now this is something that we should discuss about. Now we come from a particular family background and we grow up in that background, and parents always try to instill certain values in us, right? Maybe till the age of 11 or 12, we accept those values unquestioningly till that time. What happens after that? Has it happened to you that you have started questioning a certain thing? Why should I be doing this? Or why should I not be doing this? Would anybody like to share? We are not here to say whether what you questioned was right or wrong. We are here to explore the process of questioning. Okay? Because you questioned, it is your life. You questioned because you thought it was right to question. We are not here to decide that. Do you want to, anybody who would like to share? Can I share from my experience what I questioned? Yeah. So I lived with my grandparents, and my grandparents were very deeply religious. Okay, not spiritual, they were religious. So we would have a lot of religious functions at home, where a lot of priests would come, and then there would be, puja or unko khana khilana and all that. And in school then I learned that there are many people who are starving all over the world. So I asked my grandmother, why are we feeding these fat priests? Why are we not feeding people who are really starving? Okay, it is a value that I questioned. If you want to give, so she said, ऐसा करने से पुण्य मिलता है. Priest को feed करने से पुण्य मिलता है. That is why we are feeding the priests. And so I asked, why priest को feed करने से ही पुण्य मिलता है? Now these are values that I started questioning at that point of time. What does religion mean? What do religious rites and rituals mean? And do I want to follow it or no? Okay, it was a very important question for me. And I think for about 10 years, I did not believe in God because of this reason. Because I did not believe in these religious rituals which were happening. Okay, and after that I discovered that I was not religious, but I am very, very spiritual. There is a difference, no? In being religious and being spiritual. There was a chit there which asked about spirituality. Spirituality is believing in a higher power which is there with us. Okay? It can be anything, we need not name it. Religion is believing that there are a set of rules that I need to follow because I belong to this religion. Neither is good or bad. I'm not saying that being spiritual is good, being religious is bad, or the other way around. Okay? But the thing is that we have to choose, and it's an important choice. Okay? So what is it that you are questioning? Because it's something that will decide who you are. Our values, and for you guys, because you're going to be, you're starting at an age where artificial intelligence is starting to take over everything. Okay? And the one thing that artificial intelligence does not have is values. The one thing. And that it cannot have is values. So values are your most important treasure or most important USP, unique selling proposition. That is something which is going to decide whether you will be successful or not. Right? So our values are, yes, they come from a system, but at a particular age, especially at the age that you are in, there is a lot of value clarification happening. Okay? Thinking about whether I want to subscribe to this value or I don't want to subscribe to it. And when you choose to do that, remember to think critically when you do that. Okay? When you decide what are your values. Yeah? Does anybody remember the count of those chits? 11 chits. Right? Now let us see. This is what we were given and this is what we have chosen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What does that tell us about our identity? We are given a part of our identity, but we also choose. Okay? And what we choose depends on how much we love ourselves. Do we choose to be true to ourselves? Or do we choose to have an identity that somebody else wants us to have? Okay? Yeah? These are the things that we are choosing and we must choose wisely. Okay? Let's go on to the next slide, please. Now, identity, is it a fixed thing or is it fluid? What do you think? Harshita said, I am a violinist. Okay? Is it going to be fixed throughout your life? Yeah? Okay? Maybe she will always be a violinist, but tomorrow you can also start playing drums for all you know. Right? So you might add some things into your identity, you might remove certain things from your identity. Can we go to the next one, please? But whatever we do, there will always be comparison. Do you compare yourself with others? Yes? Why is it that we do it? Why do we have to compare ourselves? हमारे ज़माने में बहुत easy था. We just had film stars to compare ourselves with. है ना? आपको कौन कौन है? 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 influencers are there, no? That you have to compare. But why does that comparison happen? What do you think?
From what we are to what we, the step ahead that we take. So we compare ourselves with someone who's on a greater step than we are on.
Yes. Amazing, Harshita. Thank you so much for that. So what Harshita is saying is, please clap loudly. She is saying that when we compare ourselves to another person, a person whom we aspire to be like, okay, it might motivate us. Now I see people up there also, and you can't see me when I go there, can you? No, so I have to stand here and speak, right? Okay. So, where was I? Comparison. When we compare ourselves to somebody whom we aspire to be like, it actually motivates us to be better than who we are. And that's a wonderful kind of a comparison. Okay? So when you look at someone and feel that twinge of jealousy, okay? Why does she have it and why don't I have it? Instead of feeling that twinge of jealousy, what we can tell ourselves is, how can I learn this from her? How can I have it? Because I would like to. How do I learn? Okay? There is also a kind of comparison which pulls us down. What kind of comparison is that? Which pulls us down? Anyone? Did somebody raise their hand? Yeah. Please. I think here she. Yeah. Both of you can talk. Yeah.
That's like an unhealthy comparison because like you look at your insecurities and you see that that person doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not exactly looking up to them, but
Yes.
like you're looking down upon yourself.
Wonderful.
Making yourself feel bad.
Wonderful. Please clap for her. What is your name?
Samaya.
So Samara, what you're saying is a comparison which essentially makes us look down or pull ourselves down. That is not a good kind of comparison. Okay? And when we catch ourselves doing that, I think what we must do is we need to stop, and often if it happens through social media, we need to stop following those pages, okay, which causes to feel bad about ourselves. I discovered one very funny thing about myself. So I've always enjoyed dressing up, okay. There was a phase where online shopping started and I started buying things and I thought nothing looks good on me. And I would buy something and return it, buy something and return it. And I wondered what was happening. What do you think was happening? Yeah.
Everybody looks different in the same outfit.
So the outfit was not looking the same on me as it was looking on the model who was wearing it in the shopping website. Okay, and I started feeling, no, this is not, I don't look good in this. And it translated into what? I don't look good. Not I don't look good in this. Okay, that is something that we really need to avoid. Okay, so comparison in order to pull ourselves up, like Harshita said, no comparison which pulls ourselves down. We have to consciously stop that if we have to love ourselves. Okay? Now when we're talking about the body, a question that I ask in every class that I do. What would you like to change about your body? One thing. Height. You would like to gain some weight. Okay. Behind there, what would you like to change about your body is one thing. Can you take the mic there, please? Eyesight. Me too. Sorry? Lose weight, okay. So somebody wants to gain weight, somebody wants to lose weight. What about back there? What would you like to change about your bodies? Anyone? Somebody's answering there. Okay, people who are sitting in the balcony. What would you like to change about your bodies? Height. Anything else? Can't hear. Sorry. I want one answer from the back there. What would you like to change about your bodies?
I would like to lose my weight.
You would like to lose your weight. So I think weight seems to be top list and height. Okay? Next slide please. So here is a beautiful video. Just a minute. In this video, adults and children were asked this question. Okay? And you look at the difference between adults and kids. Yeah. What was the question? What would you like to change about your bodies? Yeah, play. It's inserted. We need the audio. If you want, the link is there on the side. You can copy paste that.
puffiness in my face.
Like, if you could change one thing about your body, what would it be?
Only one. I would change my forehead. I'd like to be taller.
The puffiness in my face.
My ears. Like, kids would make fun of me. Like, hey man, you got big ears, you got Dumbo over there, you know?
Definitely my skin.
If you could change one thing about your body, what would you change?
Have a mermaid tail. Probably like a shark's mouth. I could have teleportation in my body. Extra 20 years. I want legs like a cheetah. I could have wings, right? Fly. I don't think there's anything to change. I like my body actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't change anything?
Nothing else. Just normal, yeah.
Weren't we all like this once upon a time? Yeah, we wanted a mermaid tail, yeah, a shark mouth or something like that. And we were happy with the way our bodies were, right? It is natural to pass through a phase where we feel that our bodies need to be perfect, okay? Our bodies can be perfect only when we start loving them just the way they are. Yeah, this is something that we must always remember. Once we start loving our bodies just the way they are, they will be perfect for us. Okay? Whatever we can change, for example, losing weight or gaining weight. There are ways to do that. But if there are certain things which cannot be changed, then we better start accepting it and making the most of what we have. Okay? Loving our body is really, really, really important. So let us quickly do one thing. Okay, whatever it is in your body that you wanted to change, okay, just keep that in your mind, but let us also remember what is it that our bodies do for us. So if I was to ask you, how does your body support you? What would you say? How does your body support you? My body supports me to stand here for 1.5 hours and talk, to climb this flight of stairs, to dance when I want. How does your body support you? Bolo? Makes you feel alive. We are here because of our bodies, right? Okay? So instead of looking at our bodies only as something which is external, only as something which is external beauty, why can't we look at our bodies as a functional organism? We are functioning because of our bodies, right? Yeah, and thank our bodies for all the support that they are giving us. Yeah, okay. Can we go to the next slide, please? Self-love is definitely loving our bodies. Next. Last slide. Can we just go to the last slide? So today what we saw is that our identity is not completely given to us. We have a choice in a lot of things and we need to choose wisely, okay? We saw that we need to love our bodies because they are functional. We also saw that getting love from somebody else starts with we loving ourselves. That is always the beginning. Okay? And if we are to love ourselves, one thing that we must do is we need to show ourselves self-compassion. What does self-compassion mean? Okay? Our life has ups and downs. Everybody's life does. When there is a down in your life, what is it that you tell yourself? What are the voices in your head? Suppose you don't get the marks that you expected on a test. Okay? There will always be a voice in your head which is the critic. है ना? Which will criticize you. There will always be another voice in your head which will be a coach. A kind coach. Normally, which one is active for you? The critic. So suppose you get less marks on an exam. What does the critic in your mind say?
Like why I got that mark even that I have tried my best. So like it is the major critics. That's it.
So critic might say you didn't do well, yeah?
What mistake I made where I thought I can ask that question to myself.
Thank you so much. What mistake did I make? Right? And we focus on our mistakes, and even if we get 49 out of 50, we look at where did I lose that 1 mark. We don't see where we got those 49 marks. Does it happen with you also? Yes? But suppose we told our friend this. 50 marks ke exam mein I lost 1 mark yaar. What will your friend say to you? Your best friend. इतने में 2 लोग पास हो जाते. Okay? पागल है क्या? 49 marks मिला वो देख. Right? Now suppose we had this best friend voice always going on in our head. How would it be? Wouldn't it be great to find a best friend within us? Yeah? When we have a fight with someone, when our parents are not happy with us, and we tend to self-blame ourselves. Suppose we had a best friend in our mind, telling us it's okay yaar, abhi hua hai na, theek ho jayega. Wouldn't it be wonderful? The way to have this best friend in your mind is to have self-compassion. Okay? To show yourself the same kindness that we would show our friends. कई बार ऐसे होता है that we are very hard on ourselves. Why do we need to do that? We don't. If we are kinder to ourselves, we will definitely perform better. Okay? Self-compassion, being kind to ourselves, knowing that if I have lost 1 mark today, it is not only me. Right? So many students lose 1 mark all the time. People lose more than 1 mark. इसमें 2 लोग पास हो जाते हैं. Okay? So knowing that there is common humanity, everybody suffers. And the last thing is being mindful. Okay? Focusing on what is there in the moment. Right? So self-compassion, a crucial component of self-love. Yeah? With that, let us end the session. We will end by taking a pledge. Do you want to take this pledge with me? Yes? Please stand up. We are all going to say this together. How did you take a pledge in school? Americans take it like this, we take it like this. Okay? Huh? So what is the pledge? Can we all read out? Guys, I can see you. Stand up. Please stand up. Okay? You are standing up for yourself, not for anybody else. Can we read out together in a loud voice so that we believe ourselves? Okay. Start at 3. 1, 2, 3. No lights needed. I am more than a number. Do you believe it? Yes. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Sit down. एक स्पीकर और है.
As we conclude, nobody is allowed to leave. Please take your place. As we conclude this meaningful session of a student induction program, it is my honor to deliver a vote of thanks.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Ms. Gauri ma'am for teaching us that self-love is not just about love, but it is about witnessing ourselves, knowing our worth, learning and validating ourselves. You also taught us to shape ourselves on the basis of who we are and not on the basis of the societal norms. Thank you so much.
We would also like to thank our We would also like to thank our faculty coordinators, without whose support, planning and motivation these sessions would not have been possible and truly enriching. And a very warm thank you to all the students for their wonderful energy, curiosity and respectful attention. With that, we come to the end of today's session.
Now we invite the next speaker to take over.